The public's perception of aid, yes, is poor.
I think people would support it if they knew more about it.
We're in Bristol, Millennium Square, and we're riding around in rickshaws, telling people stories of positive change.
All of the volunteers who are doing this are sharing their stories about international development.
It's really important that we tell people about the progress that's being made so that we don't lose those gains.
Today I'll be talking to you a little bit about what I did when I was in Rwanda.
I just got back from Zimbabwe.
Oh, right.
I was teaching about gender-based violence.
We're here in the Meadows in Edinburgh to share our positive experiences of international development work.
Positive stories in the media, I've not really seen any that I can think of.
To actually have advocates that can just explain to people how even a small amount of money can make a huge difference to people's lives, and just come back and be positive about what's happening in developing countries is a really good thing.
I've been quite surprised at how much the public think the British government gives a broad part of their budget.
I would expect at least maybe 5%.
Maybe like 30 or 40%.
3%.
It's actually 0.7%.
Is it? Really?
What do you think about girls in developing countries not being able to go to school?
There should be a world law. Girls and boys have the same right.
Your life is hard. You need to think about the people in developing countries and how they are coping.
The world is changing. Just think about our own country 50 years ago.
Osama took me for a nice little rickshaw ride, and he taught me that since 1990 the amount of people living on $1 a day has been cut in half. So that's pretty awesome.
I've learned today about international development that even though we don't give a lot, what we do give makes a huge difference.
Things are good, like they're not completely good, but things are improving a lot.
Global poverty has affected girls more severely than boys.
The girls don't go to school, but they go and carry some water instead.
Yeah.
I like how it's all youth, so it's like younger people working with the younger people as well.
A young person in Africa now will live 16 years longer. I didn't know that until I came here.
Karen has reminded me that there's other things people can do on a micro level and not so much dependent on the government, on the big economic decisions of governments.
After this ride, I changed my mind.
Like in Britain, we spend more money on takeaways rather than giving it to these countries that need it.
It's made such a difference that there are countries who have been in receipt of aid who now aren't, because obviously it's had such a tremendous effect.
Well, I've been cycling the rickshaw about. What have I learnt? I've learnt there's a lot more caring people in there than what I thought there would be like, you know.
We have responsibility to explain our fellow citizens there are lots of opportunities we can help out there.
Well, I think it's always impressive when people make a personal commitment to go to another part of the world to help other people.
There's been a lot of people who've done a ride, have found that they have changed their minds or they've been more interested by our volunteers' personal stories, and that's the key thing, because that's what volunteers can bring.
Just starting those conversations, getting those thoughts going in people's minds, it's going to be the start of a bigger change.
He went round twice because he wanted to learn more.